Hello everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I used to attend all of Kariera's events and conferences as a software engineer. And there was a place for me to learn, share my thoughts, and also networking. So make sure you take advantage of all that during these days of Code Week. So my session will be for migrating to the cloud. And the question here is, are composable DXPs the future of digital experience? So I saw all the great minds and speakers we have here. So please share with me all of your feedback after the session in any preferable channel. So let's get to know each other a little bit first. I'm Anastasia Plati, coming from a software engineering background. I was a passionate engineer into PHP and Laravel, and I was super excited about big data and data science 5 years back, and still am. So I moved to leadership roles, to development management, technical project management, as I wanted to do more and more for my own kind, developers first approach, as I used to call it. And then, of course, I respect and admire the work of everyone in the product lifecycle and want to help as I could. So today I'm happy to close 1 year as a product evangelist at Sitecore. Too many people ask me about the journey, so we could have this conversation at the DMs and discuss all that later. But let's stick to that. I used to wear a lot of hats during the years, and I struggled to find out knowledge too many times. So my focus is to share knowledge, discuss, and learn from everyone. I'm sure that many of you may be familiar with the topics, but I wanted to go step by step toward cloud, its benefits, challenges, and discuss with you about future and customer needs. So in the early days of the internet, content on websites didn't have to be regularly updated once it was live. So if it was updated, it was considered like a treat. So fast forward a few years and digital first engagements are taking over. As we do everything online, expectations are higher than ever, and businesses are expected to keep up. So as personalization remains central to delivering exceptional, standout experiences, customers expect websites and experiences to be up to date all the time and to adapt to their individual needs before they even visit. So in order to meet these expectations, businesses have moved away from traditional page-based CMSs and instead invested in digital experience platforms that unlock a variety of tools for the modern omnichannel experience and even accommodate yet to be defined points of interaction. So as expectations continue to change quickly, retaining agility is a must. We're not there yet, but analysts suggest we're quickly approaching the point where large holistic platforms want to be able to keep up. So it may pay to start thinking composable. So let's go a step before composable and see, for starters, what is Platform DXP, Digital Experience Platform? So Platform DXP, also referred to as traditional DXP, is an all-in-one integrated digital experience solution. It is the next generation of a CMS, content management system, particularly if you use a website-first approach. The Platform DXP is a singular architecture in which all functionalities are tightly connected and managed by a single service or tool known as a suite. So for example, Sitecore's traditional DXP suite is comprised of either Experience Manager, XM, or Experience Platform, XP, or a combination of both XM and XP, and the solution can be hosted by customer or in Sitecore's managed cloud. With this approach, you're buying the full stack of digital marketing solutions and all capabilities from a single vendor. I want to highlight this. All capabilities from a single vendor. On the other hand, a composable DXP is a pick and choose or go at your own pace digital experience solution. This means that the platform is broken up into smaller interchangeable products known as individual packaged business capabilities, PBCs, which could include email marketing, customer data platform, CDP, e-commerce, search, or a combination of many other products. So a composable digital experience platform, a DXP, is one that is entirely modular, allowing for incremental changes and updates to composite parts. Instead of having a complete all-in-one digital experience platform that includes asset management, engagement tools, and presentation layer editing, each of these components operate as packaged business capability, PBCs, that can function independently and communicate with one another through APIs. Hope everyone here is familiar with using application programming interface, API. So a PBC can be purpose-built for any need and can be rebuilt or replaced as required, providing significant flexibility. To be truly composable, these PBCs must also require few to zero code components, so they're simple to adjust quickly. An effective PBC should be truly plug and play. For example, Sitecore offers 3 ways to experience its composable DXP. You can use pre-built integrations that connect high-value or commonly related objects, or expand upon pre-built integrations and tailor them to your specific needs, or create your own connections from scratch using APIs. With composable DXP, you have the freedom of choice. Composable DXP is an opinionless platform. Everything is equal, flexible, and extendable. So let's break down the composable DXP. What is it all about? So a composable DXP exists out of multiple parts. We have the content sources, the cloud solutions, the solution, and hosting. So content sources. The composable DXP has multiple content sources. This could be your Hellos CMS, your Hellos Commerce solution, or any internal system that contain content and has an API to expose and or interact with the content. As Carton mentioned, like an application programming interface, an API, is an interface that provides programmatic access to service functionality and data within an application or a database. So it can be used as building block for the development. These content sources are the backbone of the content pillar of your digital experience. Then we have cloud solutions. The cloud solutions are the best of breed API first SaaS solutions, software as a service solutions. These solutions can be from multiple vendors. So cloud solutions used in a composable DXP can contain existing marketing stack and new solutions. You will combine multiple cloud solutions to cover the requirements the customer needs to drive success. For example, solutions for personalization, analytics, automation testing, forms of education, etc. So some of these different DXP components might be provided by the same vendor, but typically in this approach, the customer is choosing products from a variety of different vendors. So for example, you can see here Bookserver for CDP and personalization and analytics, and also Muzant for email marketing and more. Both of them are acquired from Sitecore, and you can also see Sitecore there. So let's go to our solution. So we have the solution. This is where you combine the content sources with best of breed cloud solutions. So composing the multiple sources and cloud solution to achieve a composable DXP with the feature set needed to drive success. In this API-first architecture, you can build the composable DXP in the content mass with the programming language or framework you prefer. It is all about technology freedom. You can see here we have Next, Vue, React, Angular, .NET Core, and there are more. So my advice here is to use the technology and framework you feel comfortable working with, so you can maximize productivity, which in turn then guarantees the speed to market. And finally, we have hosting. So you can deploy your solution to your favorite hosting vendor and integrate with current deployment processes. Again, it is all about freedom of choice and removing technology restrictions. I have added here Vercel, Azure, AWS, Netlify, and Octopus Deploy. I have to admit that I prefer Vercel. So Vercel is an all-in-one development platform that combines the best developer experience with an obsessive focus on end-to-end user performance. As a developer-centric stack, Vercel is accessible to developers of all skill sets and removes a historical look into .NET. So Gartner estimates that by 2023, 60% of mainstream organizations will list composable business as a strategic objective and will use an increasing number of PBCs. By the same year, Gartner also predicts that organizations that have adopted an intelligent composable approach will outpace competition by 80% in the speed of new feature implementation. So for those who doesn't know what Gartner is, maybe there are some people that. So maybe I will try to give a definition here. Gartner is an information technology, IT research and consultancy company, formerly known as Gartner Group. So Gartner's corporate divisions include research, executive programs, consulting, and events. The company's two main data visualization and analysis tools are Gartner Magic Quadrants, maybe you heard of those, and the Hype Cycle. So let's go to the fun part. Benefits of the composable DXP. So first of all, it enables businesses to adapt and pivot faster than businesses with traditional DXPs, especially as implementation cycles can be sped up. Then allows organization to mix and match channels and devices according to their customers' needs and styles. Opens up the possibility of using a wider variety of tools from multiple vendors, as we said before. Allows non-technical users like not developers or marketers or designers to modify experiences and interfaces easier, enables personalization at scale to automate content management, also prevents businesses from becoming logged in to a vendor solution or sold with legacy technology debt, and speeds the move to a cloud native or a SaaS solution. I'm sharing our vision here, small notice Sitecore vision. Many of you may have seen a lot of investment this year from our side, building out all the capabilities for Sitecore's composable DXP. So the mantra is that it's all about individual sellable products that will work better together. That is the composability. So for us, XM Cloud is our cloud and is a key product in our composable offering. And it provides the opportunity for our existing customers to work as a bridge from the old platform DXP to our composable DXP. We see the future in composability and we invest in this great future. But why cloud? So is it a mass migration? What is happening here? So business agility is the key to the modern global economy. Having access to flexible on-demand IT resources is crucial for keeping pace with competitors and rapidly changing industry dynamics. In the cloud, over 99% of what you need is available on demand. One of the more common reasons why organizations embark on cloud migration is to reduce IT infrastructure costs. Also, security will continue to be a major focus area going forward. By migrating to the cloud, organizations can modernize IT infrastructure according to best practices and protect their applications from malicious hacking attempts. Also, companies can access the latest and greatest technologies immediately without having to sign an inflexible long-term contract. So, excuse me for the history lesson, but it's mandatory to define the service models of cloud computing. So, we will see what fits best to our needs, to our stack, to our people, and to our customers. So I will start with SaaS, software as a service. So instead of users installing an application on their device, SaaS applications, software as a service applications, are hosted on cloud servers, and users access them over the internet. So SaaS is like renting a house. So the landlord maintains the house, but the tenant mostly gets to use it as if they owned it. So examples of SaaS applications include Salesforce, MailChimp, and Slack. Also, Sitecore's public cloud SaaS starts from XM Cloud, and then you can unlock all of the other SaaS products. And then we have platform as a service, PaaS. So in this model, companies don't pay for hosted applications. Instead, they pay for the things they need to build their own applications. So PaaS vendors offer everything necessary for building an application, including development tools, infrastructure, and operating systems over the internet. PaaS can be compared to renting all the tools and equipment necessary for building a house instead of renting the house itself. Past examples include Heroku, Microsoft Azure, and also Sitecore's private cloud. XP and Managed Cloud is also an example of monolith DXP. Then we have infrastructure as a service, IaaS. In this model, a company rents the servers and storage they need from a cloud provider. They then use that cloud infrastructure to build their applications. IaaS is like a company leasing a plot of land on which they can build whatever they want, but they need to provide their own building equipment and materials. IaaS providers include DigitalOcean, Google Compute Engine, and OpenStack. Formerly, SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS were the three main models of cloud computing. And essentially, all cloud services fit into one of these categories. However, in recent years, a fourth model has emerged. So we have the function as a service, the FaaS. FaaS, also known as serverless computing, breaks cloud applications down into even smaller components that only run when they are needed. So imagine if it were possible to rent a house on a little bit at a time. For instance, the tenant only pays for the dining room at dinner time, the bedroom while they are sleeping, the living room while they're watching TV. And when they're not using those rooms, they don't have to pay rent on them. So FaaS, or serverless applications, still run on servers, as do all these models of cloud computing. But they are called serverless because they do not run on dedicated machines, and because the companies building the applications do not have to manage any servers. Also, serverless functions scale up or duplicate as more people use the application. Imagine if the tenant's dining room could expand on demand when more people come over for dinner. So now we had a quick view of the benefits, but are there only benefits? What about the challenges? It's not that migration to the cloud is not fast, secure, or easy, but we want to check all the parameters of this migration. So you can see here three of the challenges I thought about. So first, migrating large databases. How often is that to have large databases? So often databases will need to move to a different platform altogether in order to function in the cloud. So moving a database is difficult, especially if there are large amounts of data involved. Some cloud providers actually offer physical data transfer methods, such as loading data onto a hardware appliance and then shipping the appliance to the cloud provider for massive databases. That would take too long to transfer via the internet, of course. Data can also be transferred over the internet. Regardless of the method, data migration often takes significant time. Then we have data integrity. After data is transferred, the next step is making sure that the data is intact and secure and is not leaked during the process. After that, we have a continued operation. So a business needs to ensure that its current systems remain operational and available throughout the migration. they will need to have some overlap between on-premises and cloud to ensure continuous service. For instance, it's necessary to make a copy of all data in the cloud before shutting down an existing database. Businesses typically need to move a little bit at a time instead of all at once. So maybe your infrastructure is more complicated from what I can imagine. So please leave comments if you have something in mind, any other challenges, for example, than the ones I have here. So the truth is that composable architecture won't be right for everyone. So what should we do right now to prepare about this migration? I can say that it's not the right thing to do for everyone. Implementing composable architecture is not a matter of just flipping a switch. While many businesses might be moving in the direction of composable first, that doesn't mean it's the right route for everyone. So the first step in determining if a composable first architecture is right for your business is performing an assessment of your needs and business goals. Only then you can determine if a more holistic DXP from one vendor is right for you, or if you could benefit from the agility of a solution built from PVCs, for example. In either case, it's important to set out a roadmap for success and align teams' expectations. So at Sitecore, we love providing our customers with options. We still offer our holistic DXP solution, which many of our customers have built their success on. At the same time, we are aware the market continues to evolve, and we are thus delivering composable SaaS elements now as we build toward the fully composable DXP in the future. We are always looking to balance the security and functionality needed today with the agility you'll need to stay competitive tomorrow. So we're also capable of adding benefits others can. We're uniquely integrate commerce into the equation alongside content and experience management, which lays the groundwork for wholesale transformation. Embracing Sitecore now before the big wave of change could help you get and stay ahead. So fully composable DXPs are likely the future, but it's not quite here yet. We're working toward it, but as are many businesses, and it won't be long now. I believe we are very close. However, before it becomes the standard, it's crucial that businesses start to set out a roadmap or start to get comfortable with composable elements by embracing the pieces already offered by businesses like Sitecore. It's the first step to preparing for the fully composable future that lays ahead. A little bit more history lesson. If you made your decision, let's say you made your decision and you're migrating, you have one more thing, too many things, but you have one more thing to consider. So in addition to cloud migration strategy, businesses need to decide how their cloud deployment will look once the migration is complete. So we have three looks, let's say. We have the hybrid cloud, the multi-cloud, and the single cloud. So a hybrid cloud mixes two or more types of environments, combining public clouds, private clouds, or on-premises legacy data centers. For a hybrid cloud deployment to work well, integration must be tight across all deployed clouds and data centers. Just as team members need especially tight communication if they're spread out across different offices. Then we have multi-cloud. Multi-cloud deployment combines 2 or more public clouds. So public clouds are shared by more than one customer. Multi-cloud can serve several purposes. Redundancy, backup, cost savings, or leveraging features from different cloud providers, for instance. And deploying a single cloud from just one cloud vendor is not always feasible for a business, but it is an option. And cloud providers offer both public clouds and private clouds. The difference being that private clouds are not shared with any other business. So I want to share with you some information of how Sitecore's XM Cloud works, as this is something I know by heart and can give you real-life examples of. Considering the benefits and capabilities, you can always compare and find the perfect fit for your needs. I've just had the luck to be part of this fascinating, for me, product, so I can share my story and you can always choose. Don't forget the mantra, composable DXP is a definition of freedom of choice. So let's say how will XM Cloud I had the opportunity to use and implement my code super fast will help you deliver stunning experiences for your customers. So you can see many benefits using XM Cloud. First of all, it's always on. No need to take care of anything. Always fast and secure, providing all the powerful development tools for DevOps, guarantees the speed to market, and integrates seamlessly with your existing backend systems and marketing investments. So key capabilities I loved for XM Cloud are the flexible deployment options. So XM Cloud is used with headless developments. So it will work with modern front-end frameworks and support all deployment scenarios. So freedom of choice for front-end framework and development tools. Also, Jamstack ready, an architecture designed to make the web faster, more secure, and easier to scale. We actively support tools and workflows that developers love. So which in turn then brings maximum productivity. We have fast global access to published content from experience ads, GraphQL, API endpoints. So you don't have to, no need to care about updates or take care about hosting, no licensing for other products, features and integrations. I have to say that this is something that XM Cloud and more cloud providers can do. So you can see all the benefits here. And also powerful marketing tools. I don't know if we have marketers in the code week. We should have, as we all work with software products and have to know software from my perspective. But I wanted to add, if there is anyone hearing out there for marketers, Sitecore has always provided marketers with powerful tools to save the user experience, and XM Cloud is no different. With business-focused tools like personalization and analytics, marketers have the perfect setup to hone, enhance, and deliver even better experiences. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. you learned something you didn't know and brought value to entry-level people as much as to the experienced audience with many years of presence in the software industry. Please reach out to me at any channel. You can send me DMs here in Kariera's beautiful platform. You can send me in my LinkedIn account or Twitter. I'd really love to connect with each and every one of you. That's how we are growing and learning. Our weapon is spreading knowledge and always be open to new things. So I cannot see any questions here, but also we don't have time for questions. But yeah, we don't have any time for questions. So it's already noon in Greece. I'm sure you're tired and have so many info to digest from all the great presentations today. So please come back to me in the chat and reach out to have one-on-one meetings, talk about everything, Sitecore, cloud computing, migration, or whatever you're struggling with these days. So I will be happy to have this conversation. So I want to thank everyone from Kariera team who hosted this beautiful event and allow us to discuss and connect. Thank you for your time, everybody. See you in real life.